Hello and welcome back to the teacher guide for the Princess Blankets. What we're going to do is just have a look at lesson 5. This is game or task 1. This is where we are with the students who are going to be creating a digital product. Now, this is the culmination of so far 6 weeks, maybe 7 weeks in total, depending on how long it took the students to work in the other worlds. However, when they go into these chests, items are still there for them to pick up, especially the crafting table. So the crafting table is going to become quite useful for this session because they are going to need to be using the items that they have been given, and also the materials they've been given, because they can start to build things collaboratively, especially some of the tools that they may need in here. So I've got my winnings and my task 1 here. Let's go and take these and put these together. Let's have a look at what we've got in our task 1. So the rules: the music reigns supreme. So they have to come up with a piece of music based on note blocks. And so the note blocks are going to be added to materials, and they give us different sounds. We'll have a look at that in a second. There must be a researcher in the team. This is absolutely imperative because this person needs to go into Gamepedia and check out what the note blocks can do, because note blocks have a very set definition for how the sound's made and also the scales of the sound. So if they're going to put chords together, they need to know where the scales are and how they work. So when they go to the winnings actually are based on the clues that have been handed out throughout the game from each world to the next. They needed to give the princess a record player, and they need to find the record player, and the record player is actually in this world. So when they come together and they get their portfolios and what have you, this is where they start to put the photos together and create the film that's going to go into their journal. Now, not all children are familiar with note blocks at all, hardly any, I would imagine, because it's rarely used, and it's only really used mostly in creative mode when they want to get together and build things together. However, one YouTuber that I highly rate is Pixel Riffs, and he uses Mario in pairs, in block pairs, and has a loop of these block pairs that allow them to create music in the style of Mario. They will have to go and search for that. It's a fantastic example of what to do with note blocks. So when they're here, they're going to go into the Nether and they're going to take a look into this world. The world initially is quite complex, and if you can hear the music in the background, maybe it's loud enough, but this music is over here under the example section. So the examples are set off as they walk in. The children will hear this music in their headphones. They have to look around and find the materials. They have to work out how they're going to create melodies and loops. And so in here there's also some guides for the researcher, the discoverer, to go ahead and find. There are materials. There is a song disc. I can't remember which song it is. That's actually a music disc. It is. When they open this chest, there is a music disc in here for the students to be clued into why this thing is here, because they need a record player, the record player, in order for it to work and for it to be played. So as the students come in, they find a spot. This is where they have to put their music together on this musical note, and there are examples of the styles of play for each item. So this bass sound here is kind of like a low sort of drum beat, and each material gives a different sound. So this is everything's set in a everything's set into a flat sound, except for this. So this is using Emerald, and this is using 8-bit sounds with a minecart on with detector rails, and with it all being powered. So the students are able to build this using the items that we give them. Using the items that we give them all the musical notes that they need, as well as all the items in order to build the melody. Now if we come to this, the discoverer or the explorer needs to go through here and find these blocks in order for them to follow to get to this part here. Now when they get here, they will be given items like this, which are fire protection. They go into this chest and they get given fire protection that will be handed out here. The reason they need the fire protection is to get through to the record player that is in this chest. So once they've gone into this, they go into their record player and pick up their record player, which is in their inventory. Right, once they've picked that up and they've realised that they can walk through this, they will pick up that Easter egg and be able to go into the lobby and go and see the princess. And what they can do next is, in their world, they can go up into the lobby and go and see the princess, because the winnings, while their friends are busy building and putting the music together, they can come in here with the record player and they can go and grab their record player itself. Let's just go into survival. So let's go into survival mode and change this so that we can see my inventory. So I've got the record player here ready to use, because the princess needs the music, and she says, do you have the record player? You can go and learn more at Gamepedia, so this will take you out into Gamepedia, but you're able to go and put the record player in front of this observer. So when we do that, we'll be transported into the winning area, and you can pick up the winner's trophy, the jump for joy, and you can go and set off your fireworks with your friends, with your teammates, and also pick up the winner's jewel, because you're just over the water from here. So that's the game in total. Your friends and teammates will be making the music. They go and do a screencast and put that into their journal. So we just remind ourselves, for teachers, what this actually looks like. The students will create a progress chart in this booklet, and so in the note blocks section they can go and drop a video into here based on their screencasts, and so each part along the way the students can go and build this type of thing and set it off and show us what the music is, whether it's a nursery rhyme or a common song or anything like that. So that's it for this teacher pack. I hope that it's been of use.